Hi guys, it's Casey. Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be reading Cinderella. Isabella lived in a big house in the city. Her mother died when she was very young, and her father was often away from home. Isabella was sad when he was away. The servants were kind, but she was alone all day. One day, her father married again. "Isabella, my dear, this is your new stepmother," he said. Her stepmother had two daughters, Griselda and Imelda. Isabella was so much prettier and nicer than Griselda and Imelda, and her stepmother hated her. Two years later, Isabella's father died. Her stepmother sent all the servants away. "Isabella, you can do their work," she said. Isabella liked helping people, so she didn't complain. Her stepmother said, "You can sleep on the kitchen floor by the fire. Then you can start work when you wake up." The floor was dirty with cinders from the fire. Griselda said, "Look at Isabella in the cinders. Let's call her Cinderella." "Take my shoes, Cinderella. Bring my dress, Cinderella," they were always shouting. There was a lot of work, but Cinderella smiled and never complained. The stepsisters wore beautiful dresses. They went to parties and ate the nicest food. Cinderella's clothes were old and dirty, and she stayed at home and ate bread and water. One day, there was a knock at the door. It was a servant from the palace. "Ladies, I have an invitation for you," he said. "There's going to be a ball at the palace tomorrow night. The prince wants to get married. He would like to meet every young lady in the city." Cinderella's stepmother took the invitation. "Oh, my girls love parties." She didn't say thank you. The stepsisters were excited. "I'm going to wear my new blue dress, Griselda." "But I want to wear my blue dress, Imelda. I'm going to marry the prince." "Ha! The prince isn't going to look at you." "Please, can I wear one of your old dresses?" Cinderella asked. They all laughed at her. "You can't go," said her stepmother. "Look at you. Even your old clothes are too nice for you," said Griselda. There's the picture. The next evening, Cinderella's stepmother and sisters went to the ball. Cinderella sat in the kitchen alone. It was very quiet. There was a big orange pumpkin on the table for dinner. The next day, a mouse ran over her foot, and then another. She started to cry. Suddenly, the kitchen was full of light. Cinderella saw an old lady with a magic wand. Cinderella was frightened, but the old lady smiled kindly. "Who are you?" asked Cinderella. "My dear, I'm your fairy godmother. Why are you crying?" "Because everyone in the city is at the prince's ball, but I can't go." "Don't worry, Cinderella. You shall go to the ball. But I'm so dirty, and I don't have any nice dresses." Suddenly, her old clothes changed into a gold and silver ball dress. Cinderella looked down at her feet. She was wearing glass slippers, the prettiest shoes in the world. Cinderella smiled. "Oh, thank you." "Come outside, my dear," said the fairy. She put the pumpkin and 4 mice on the ground and touched them with her wand. The pumpkin changed into a gold and silver carriage, and the mice were 4 white horses. "They're beautiful," said Cinderella. "We need a coachman," said the fairy. "Where's your stepmother's little dog?" The dog ran out of the house. The fairy touched him with her wand, and he changed into a coachman. "Thank you so much. I really can go to the ball." "Wait, my dear, this is very important," said the fairy. "You must come home before 12 o'clock. At midnight, my magic ends." There's the pictures. When Cinderella walked into the ballroom in her beautiful dress, everyone stopped talking. Even the music stopped. "Who's she?" Griselda whispered to Imelda. "She's so beautiful." "Is she a princess?" Imelda whispered back. "Look at her slippers." Cinderella was a little frightened. She stood alone by the door and looked down at the floor. Suddenly, a servant was standing next to her. "My lady, the prince would like to dance with you." Cinderella looked up and saw the handsomest man in the world. He was smiling at her. After one dance, the prince asked her for another, and then another. They danced for hours. Then Cinderella heard the palace clock. Dong, 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 dong. "Oh no," she said. "It's midnight. I must go." "But I don't know your name," said the prince. It was too late. Cinderella ran out of the palace. Her beautiful dress was old and dirty again. The gold and silver carriage changed into a pumpkin. The horses were mice, and the coachman was a little dog. There's the prince. Chasing after Cinderella. "Nobody can run fast in glass slippers." Cinderella fell down on the palace steps and lost one. She stood up, picked up the other slipper, and ran all the way home. The prince ran after her, but Cinderella was gone. On the ground near the steps, he saw a glass slipper. The next morning, everyone in the city was talking about the beautiful stranger. Everyone in Cinderella's house was talking too. "Who is she?" said Griselle. "Nobody knows. She ran out of the ballroom at midnight. They just found her glass slipper." "Every woman in the city must try the slipper." The prince says no. The prince says so. Imelda told her mother. Later that day, there was a knock at the door. "The prince is here," shouted Griselda. Upstairs, Cinderella stepped back from the window. "What can I do?" she thought. The prince had her slipper, but now she was dirty, and so were her clothes. She didn't want the prince to see her. The prince came into the house with his servants. One servant was holding the glass slipper. "Good afternoon, ladies," said a servant. "Can you help us?" "Yes, of course." Imelda ran forward. "Let me try first." She sat down with the slipper, but her foot was too wide. Griselda laughed at her sister. She tried the slipper, but her foot was too long. Cinderella came slowly down the stairs. "Please, can I try?" she asked. "Yes, of course you can," said the prince. He looked at her carefully. "Do I know you?" "Huh, that's Cinderella. No one knows her," said Griselda. "She's not important," said Imelda. Be quiet," said the prince. "Please, come here, Cinderella." Cinderella sat down and tried the slipper. It was exactly the right size. She took the other slipper from the pocket of her dress and put it on her other foot. Suddenly, the room was full of light, and Cinderella's fairy godmother was there. She touched Cinderella with her wand, and the cinders were gone. She was wearing a ball dress. She looked even more beautiful than before. I knew it, said the prince. It was you at the ball. What? Shouted Cinderella's stepmother. Cinderella! What about my Griselda or Imelda? The prince didn't listen. He took Cinderella's hand. Cinderella isn't my real name, said Cinderella quietly. It's Isabella. Isabella or Cinderella, you're the most beautiful woman in the city. And the nicest, too. Please marry me, said the prince. Cinderella held his hand, closed her eyes, and smiled. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Make sure you subscribe to this video if you liked this book. I know I did. Thanks for watching. Bye.